Hey y'all, I'm Danny, and this is Heard. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your host Danny, and I'm joined here by my wonderful engineer / producer, J-Rob. Say hi, J-Rob.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
Yes, absolutely. We are all good to go. This might be a short episode. I'm not sure. We'll see. I am a yapper, so
for sure.
I do have my experience of yapping away. So we'll see. We'll see if this is a shorter episode or not. But anywho, how's life? How's your life been since like the last week since I saw you?
I've been cool so far.
You've been cool?
Getting through the motions.
This shirt is just
making it happen.
Annoying me, but I love it, you know? I made sure I'm going to, I have a friend that I used to go to college with. I went to community college with before I went to Towson because I was always an art major. I was a graphic design major, and he was a illustration major. And we've been close since we met at Montgomery College, and even when we transferred, went our separate ways, we still remain good friends. You know, he's one of those friends where like, and I love this too, and this is how me and Taylor are. We don't have to talk for like months, maybe a year, but when we link back up, when we connect again, when we reconnect, it's like we never left. It's like cool, If some people, like, because I talk to Taylor here and there still, because we're still friends, of course, but like with her, or just this with people, but with her specifically, like sometimes like, she goes through things in life where it's like she isolates herself, or she limits the people that she talks to, or sometimes she may limit, or sometimes someone may limit their people they talk to, within proximity. Like if you're close by, cool, you're one of the few that I tap in with like frequently. But with her or people like her, she tends to like isolate when they're going through things. They don't want to really talk or interact too much with people. Right. But when we do connect, it's like we never left. Like it's cool. She loves that I don't have a problem with it, because with her is like, with her, if you have an issue with y'all not talking frequently or whatever, she'll think of it as like you're not her real friend. You know what I mean? So I mean, and that's what it's all about. Like, you don't have to talk to someone every single day, and you don't have to freaking call me, and you don't have to call me every fucking single day. I do have friends where like, I have like a best friend where like I can call her every single day, and it's like we're just updating. Sometimes we just be on the phone with each other. We're just best friends, so we just talk all the time, whatever. Like, but like, sometimes when it's like a distant friend or someone that lives somewhere like far, or we don't really see each other that much. We don't talk that much, but when we do talk, we talk, and we just like, hey girl, I love you, like whatever. So, why did I go into that thing? Oh yes, my friend. Yeah, so my friend. Cause I'm like, why did I say that? But my friend. I met him in art school. His name's Adam. He's a very, very, very talented illustrator. He's amazing. He's a very talented painter. Like, he was always a great painter, even in school. Oh, I was so jealous. I'm really happy for him. I'm really excited for him, and I get to see him one last time before he moves to Japan for a couple of years. So I'm really excited. So I get to see him. Yeah, so it's just great. I actually need to get back into drawing, because I'm a decent drawer. Like, I'm a decent illustrator, but I only drew when I had to. I'm more so, I'm a digital girl. I'm obsessed with like J-Rob, like in middle school, high school, like I collected Teen Vogue and 17 magazines and Nylon magazines, because I loved like editorial. I love layout design. I love typography. Right. Like, I was more so on that end of things. I could draw, and I was creative, and I understood, composition, but I was never like heavy into being a painter, or heavy into being like a real like sketching the Eiffel Tower, sketching. Like I can draw portraits and stuff, and like that was cool too. But like, I was never like really fully in that, too passionate into it. I just did it because I could do it and I had potential in it. But I always thought to myself, like, I need to go back into drawing and like sharpening my skills with drawing. So I think I actually bookmarked some drawing books from Amazon. So I'm probably going to start drawing more. And yes, I still need to decorate my walls in my apartment. I've been wanting to, design some posters and stretch the posters on canvas, and then get like a canvas frame and like hang it up on my walls, which would be really cool. I think I was going to do like some, I was thinking about doing like some mock magazine cover art. and putting it on my walls.
That'd be fire.
Yes. So I think I'm gonna do that, and I kind of want to put wallpaper up on in my dining room. I'm not sure if that's against the rules or not, but if it is, I'm not gonna ask just in case it might be. So I'm just gonna do it.
Ask first.
I'm just gonna do it. It's this. I don't even know what to categorize her as, but I'll just say it's this creative named Francesca Ramsey. I've been following her for a while now. You know, she is a comedian. She's a screenwriter. She's a podcaster. She's a graphic designer. And I follow her for a while now. And she has this thing where, like, you know, she has apartments and stuff. She has had apartments. And she has this thing where, like, oh, I'm not getting my security deposit back, because she'll go and, like, she'll paint all of her walls on her apartment, like just different abstract geometric shapes and like patterns, and like she was so popular into doing that, she ended up customizing her own wallpaper and selling it. But like she'll just like, oh, not get my deposit back, and she'll literally like paint her walls like circles and squares and lines and squiggly lines and patterns and all these things. So yeah, I'm not gonna get my deposit back, because I'm about to put up some wallpaper. I'm gonna do that.
Go ahead, do it.
But yes, so I'm really excited for my friend Adam. He's a very talented illustrator, and I hope that he's gonna be in Japan. And you know, one thing I will tell you, from going to school with different artists and stuff. I've had Japanese. I've been close to Japanese friends. I've had Chinese friends. I have other friends in different parts of Asia. They're very talented in fine art.
Crazy.
Very talented in fine art. Like even with Japan, you know, they have a great industry. You know, a major industry in the fine art, in the illustrator, in art in general, graphic design, and all that stuff. And they perform at one of the highest levels. So that's amazing that he got a scholarship there.
Yeah, that's so fine.
You know what I mean?
So
crazy. Yes, because he's doing his master's, and I think he's going to get into like maybe like adjunct professing while he's there studying. And then I know he always had dreams of like being hired to illustrate for a show, or you know, I know he always wanted to do things like that. But yeah, and he's really he loves Japanese culture. He knows some Japanese anyway. He always loved different cultures, and you know, and trying to, you know, get familiar with, you know, their traditions and all that stuff. So he loves that. He loves different Japanese culture, Chinese culture, and all that stuff, Korean culture and all that stuff. Like when we would hang out, we would always like go to like some random pho spot or some random ramen spot. I will tell you this: there's a ramen spot right behind Howard Hospital in DC. I can't remember the damn name, but we went there one time and they front ramen was good. It was good because I'm more of a pho girl. I love pho. I rarely have, because I can go to, like, I've gone to random pho spots and have been happy. I rarely am unhappy at pho places, but I have been unhappy at random ramen places. Like, it's this place called Jinya in DC. I can't remember what street it's on, y'all, but it's right next to the Shake Shack in DC. I think it's in Northwest. I was not impressed. I hated it. I ate my food because I was hungry and I paid for it, but like I was not happy about that ramen. I just wasn't happy about that ramen. But that ramen place, but the ramen place behind the goddamn Howard Hospital in DC,
it's like that.
10. Okay, it's this ramen place by Johns Hopkins in Baltimore that I want to try. I think I'm gonna try it. I bookmarked it on TikTok actually.
What's it called?
It starts with a K. I can't remember. I think it starts with a K, but it's right by Johns Hopkins, in that area where like it's in that shopping center by Johns Hopkins where like the Honey Grow is, the THB bagels, the Potbelly, the Chipotle. If you guys know where Johns Hopkins is, and that shopping center right there where the Insomnia Cookies is, all that stuff, you guys know what I'm talking about. I do need to try that place. Oh, and then J Rob. Oh my gosh, it's this pastry place called Paris Baguette in Towson by Towson Mall. You heard of it? I took pictures of things for you, and I was gonna ask you if you wanted me to buy you something and bring it here.
No.
I took some pictures of some things. You know, by the time I got there, a lot of it was grabbed up. So the pictures I have is like scarce, but it's like you can see the pastries or whatever. Yeah, let me know what you want me to get, and I can get it for you on my way here to our sessions because it's in Towson. So yes,
get the best one.
Yes, because when I go in there, they have like free samples of stuff, and like it's good. Like, but with their like cake, they don't do like hard. I'm a hard frosting girl. I'm not a cream girl, or I'm not like a whipped topping girl. I like a hard frosting.
Okay.
So like when it comes to cake, I don't really like my cakes too fluffy. I like a rich cake. I don't like it too fluffy, not too cloudy, and I like the frosting to be nice and thick. What was I talking about? Yes, Paris baguette. I will bring you some Paris baguette. I took pictures. After we get off, I can show you what I took pictures of, and you can also look at the menu and let me know what you want, and I'll bring it for you. It's very delectable. It's these croissant wrapped hot dog. It's called smoked sausage bread. I might have to get that for myself.
Smoked sausage bread.
Oh no, I'm sorry, no, I'm lying. Hold on. It's that, and there's also one called pastry frank, where it's like hot dog wrapped in croissant. And then it's this other pastry I'm gonna show you. It's the Biscoff cookie butter king cream donut.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna show it to you. It's like a Biscoff cookie, and right on top of it, it's just it's good. Almond croissant. See, I'm a croissant girl, and see, I of course like my For You page is full of food because I'm a fat ass. I love food, but okay, so I usually do the croissant sandwich thing when it's a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. I'll do a croissant when it comes to breakfast, but I've never really done a croissant sandwich that wasn't breakfast, like a chicken Caesar croissant sandwich,
right.
or like a turkey croissant sandwich. I've never really done a croissant on like food other than breakfast, and I think I might try that. Have you ever had a croissant sandwich that was like wasn't a bacon, egg, and cheese?
I think I had it as a burger once.
A croissant burger?
Yeah.
How was that? It was good? Okay, yeah, I've never had a croissant burger before.
Yeah, you got
I always think of croissants as like a breakfast situation.
Nah.
Maybe I need to get myself out of that.
Yeah, it's all purpose.
Yeah.
All purpose.
Yeah.
It's a bread. So
I've been wanting to try. I guess consumerism and capitalism have gotten me, because I keep seeing Dave's Hot Chicken commercials on my TikTok, and this is Dave's Hot Chicken right up the street from my apartment.
Oh man.
And the thing is this, right? The food never looked bad to me. I think the issue for me was that the bread looks like something I could get from the store.
Okay.
And I could use on my own, like that Hawaiian bread, or like that potato bread,
right?
That you use at the cookouts,
right.
that you get for the cookout.
It don't seem special.
It don't seem special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though that bread is good, you know, you pop some Hawaiian bread in the oven, honey, and brush some butter on it and pop it in the oven. Them Hawaiian rolls.
Can't go wrong with Hawaiian
them
rolls.
Hawaiian roll, but it gives Hawaiian roll though. At the place, I just don't like being able. I just don't like being able to clock your ingredients. I don't like being able to clock your stuff. If I could point to that and be like, "Oh, I can get that from Wegmans real quick," I don't like that. I don't know why.
I get it though.
I don't know why I be feeling like that.
I get it. You can make Chick-fil-A at home too.
But my whole thing is like Chick-fil-A don't give at, like, when you look at it and see it don't give at home. You could. But it don't give at home when you see it.
Right. I mean, I get it.
It gives poster child. It gives like commercial when you see it. You know what I'm saying?
I get your perspective. I get it.
Cause like even with like some diners and stuff, like I'm a diner girl, but I'll go to a diner. Most likely I'll go to a diner if I'm stumbling in after like a night out with the girls and we want something to eat and we go into the diner that's open at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? But even at the diner, I can clock it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So you like,
but it's still good because of the convenience, because it's a diner. Right. So it's not even setting an expectation. You know what I mean? It's just, this is a diner. It's giving mom and pop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's on your way home from a night at the club.
Most breakfasts taste the same. A lot of places taste the same as far as breakfast goes. But I get your perspective.
I miss Great American Steak and Buffet in Virginia, y'all. Remember that place?
Great American Steak and Buffet.
Remember back in the day? They closed them down. You ever been to Great American Steak and Buffet back in the day?
I probably have.
Oh my God, y'all.
I don't think I've been to that buffet though.
Y'all. The DMV area, Great American Steak and Buffet. If you was a 90s baby, oh my God. And then after church.
It's rare seeing buffets now.
After church. Child.
Buffets
Do
is
they still
hard.
be having seafood palace buffets?
Nah.
They had one at Abbas Mall a while ago.
For real?
Mm-hmm. I went to last week when I left here. I went to my friend's house that lived in Forestville, and I stopped at Abbas Mall. Like them food spots at Abbas Mall is keeping that mall up and running because
We love food out here.
it's keeping that mall up and running because that mall is like it's like one of those like staple like ghetto like hood type malls, but it's still here. You know what I'm saying? Like even in Baltimore, Security Boulevard was one of them malls that's like it's ghetto as well.
Security wild.
You know what I'm saying? Mondawmin Mall, that's one of them malls. It's like that's a hood mall, but it's up. It's still up. It's still here. You know what I'm saying?
And people still go there. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Snickerdoodles.
ooh, but you know what? The Heaven's Bakery and Forestville Mall Snickerdoodles, can't nobody touch them cookies. Not even the great. The great cookie can't touch the Heaven's Bakery Snickerdoodles. Okay, not in any life, not in any decade. None of that. Nothing is touching Heaven's Bakery cookies at Forest Village Park
Really
Mall.
Good. They really good.
Forest Village, is it still called Forest Village Park Mall?
I think I just call it Forestville Mall. I don't even know the real name for real. Shit, it's Forestville Mall across the street.
That Heaven's Bakery is still up. Shit. Hey. Snickerdoodles, hot, melty Snickerdoodles with a medium Coke, a medium Diet Coke.
Oh man, I don't know about the Coke, but the cookies.
My mom will get the medium Diet Coke. She'll get the Coke with the cookies. Man, what?
Ooh,
I'll mix my. But I would try it with her. I'm like, ooh, this Coke with the cookies is kind of an unspoken. Cause this is a combo right here.
Yeah, I know.
This is some
you get
shit.
your sugar from the cookies.
But it's that kick from the Coke. Listen, that kick from the Coke.
Yeah, Diet Coke
With
kicks. She ain't got no motherfucking sugar in it. Oh, carbon water.
Child. I used to get my hair done when I used to get perms back in the day when I was a kid. I used to get my hair done right by Abbas Mall. I used to have my little twist in front, and listen. My hair was, I was given inches in school, and the girls couldn't take it. It was like the girls couldn't take the inches. Okay.
Pause. It's like, no.
Anywho, I was just like, anyway, I don't know. Moving along, y'all. We over here cutting up. I'm cutting up.
I know.
Yeah. Ain't nobody tell you to co-sign that.
Well, you said it.
But you ain't have to agree with me.
Hey, ain't no wrong with the cosign.
Anywho,
if it's correct.
Anywho, yes. So, guys, Rihanna gave birth to a baby girl.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Rihanna. The baby girl's name is Rocky Irish Mayers. Rocky with an I, and the baby was born September 13th. Yes, so congrats to the healthy baby girl. So cute. She had a HQ camera in the room this time. Girl with her baby girl, and they had the baby girl in pink with pink bows, and it was one picture where they had like silk pink baby boxing gloves because the baby's name was Rocky. That is so adorable.
That's dope.
So the baby has an R name like her mommy and daddy, which is amazing, which is so cute. I love that theme. I love when people have like named their kids after they pick a theme and they name their kids and stick with that theme.
Right.
Like my cousin Simone, she just had her second baby a couple of months ago. I mean, she had her first baby a little over a year ago, so the kids are going to be close in age. And she named them. Her name is Simone, and she named both her daughters S names. So they both have S names. And the thing is, her mom has an S name, and her mom named her and Shayla with S names because her and Shayla are like a year apart. So she has two girls of her own. Her mom had two girls, and she has two girls of her own and close in age. And they all have S names. So they kept it in. They kept it in that. They have a little brother named Trey, but Trey's named after my uncle. So that doesn't count. He's a boy.
ST,
but yeah,
ST.
Yeah.
That's
so yeah. Well, his name is Willie. That's the yeah.
That's dope though.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. Family tradition.
Yes. So I think when I have my kids, I want to keep the D's. I don't know. I think if I have, it depends on who I'm with. But if I have a girl, I want the girl to have a D name. If I have a boy, he can name the boy.
That's fair.
I think I want to do that. Yeah, I think I want to do that. But it's so cute. She's so cute. I can't wait to see who she look like. Yeah, I can't wait to see who she look like when she grow up. When she because what age do you think kids start looking like somebody?
Shit, early by like one.
Yeah,
One,
I say about 1, 2,
two.
but I feel like the like around 1 or 2, the baby's figuring out who they want to look like. But then by 5, they pick who they want to be, and that's when they really start look. You know what I'm saying? Because like people always say, "Oh, she looked just like so and so when she was a toddler," but then when she got 6 years old, she started looking like her. Like it's like know, kids will pick. They still figuring it out, and that's when they all right, fine. I'll go over here. So that's cute. Oh my god, so happy. Good news, right?
That's dope.
Anywho, moving along. So last time we were here, we discussed Cardi B's new album. We gave it a great review. We enjoyed it, and I still go back to songs and listen to her album's pretty solid. I love Every Time. She released the remix to Every Time with Lotto, which is great. I love that song. I love Better Than You. I love Pretty and Petty, the Be a Diss. I love Magnet. I love all I like the hard hip hop records. Yeah, Every Time, Magnet, Pretty and Petty, Better Than You. Those are my top 4 that I keep going back to. So I'm enjoying that. So we discussed that, of course, she had a Be a Diss record on there. She also whacked a couple of other girls. Bia was just the only one that she said the name to. It was a straight shot, bitches. This one is for you and only for you. It was a whole song just for Bia. But she whacked other rap girls throughout the album. You know, we guessed at High Spice, we guessed at so and so, we guessed at so and so. But it was clear, even though she didn't say JT's name, it was clear that it was some wax in there for JT. So JT responded. Finally responded. She gave it a week, and she finally responded. She responded online, but first she responded in tweets first. Cardi B's baby father is a gay man, not because of how he dresses or expresses himself, but because Griffith, I'm going to get into that, said it out his mouth. Justice for Chris, and I stand with the gays. So there is some allegations that were out about Stefon Diggs. I don't think we addressed them here on this show. I'm not quite sure, but there is some allegations, some sexual assault allegations on Stefon Diggs regarding a young man named Griffith. So I think Chris is someone that. So I remember Chris. I remember seeing Chris hang around Stefon Diggs because Stefon Diggs, he is into fashion. He's really deep into fashion. I believe he has his own high end fashion line right now. And I would often see Chris around Stefon. And I remember I would see it's this page called the People Gallery where I think his name is Maurice. This guy named Maurice. He'll go around like New York or different fashion week shows, and he'll like stop celebrities and say, "Oh, what are you wearing? What's your sign? What's your favorite meal to eat?" Like he'll talk to celebrities about their outfits, and he really grew a name for himself with that. But when I first saw Stefon and Chris, I saw them on the People Gallery page, and he talked to Chris about fashion. Chris is someone that's in fashion. I think he's a fashion designer or a stylist or of some sort, whatever. But they are both, Stefon is from Maryland and Chris is also from Maryland. I think Chris is from Baltimore, but they're all from the area, which is so like crazy to me because usually when we talk about celebrities and stuff and gossip and stuff, it's always someone that's from like somewhere that I'm not from, like New York or like California, Hollywood, fucking I don't know, Atlanta, Florida, Miami, whatever. Never someone in this area. Right. So I mean, hey, listen, we gonna talk about some tea about folks that are from up the Beltway. So here we go. But yeah, so Griffith actually has been going on different platforms discussing the sexual assault allegations on Stefon Diggs that he has. So there's been like a back and forth with the details of this situation because there's some things about Griffith where like they say that he stole items from Stefon, stole clothing items, stole things and this and that, and there was he actually detailed a time where Stefon Diggs, I guess, sent his brother and friends or whatever to beat up Griffith at an apartment complex that he lived in. There's actually footage of it where they came up and they whooped him, jumped him or whatever, and they took whatever he had in his bag, whatever, they robbed him or whatever. And it was a thing where like Chris may be a thief, he may have stole from Stefon Diggs, and that's why Stefon Diggs sent people to go beat him up. But then Chris is saying, I never stole from him, he sent people to go beat me up because I threatened to tell everybody that you're gay and that you wanted to like whatever. So he's been going on different platforms. He went on Tasha K, so we know what when it comes to Tasha K and Cardi, anything relating to Cardi B, we know what that comes with. So of course he was on Tasha K, and Tasha K was asking her questions. Actually, you know what, I'm going to I'm going to play a snippet of his interview on Tasha K right now. Let's do it.
Have me unalived because of him making a sexual pass at me. It wasn't the sexual pass that frustrated me the most. What made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened because you got turned down. But it's that power complex of wanting what you want when you want it, feeling like you own the things that you pay.
Him, I guess, allegedly making a pass at you.
Right.
Like, how did that go?
We used to do dumb things like when we went to the strip club, we would take the jelly beans, swap the bag out. We put them in the Skittles. He's offering me candy. I'm really thinking it's on something like, man, you trying to play with me? No, I don't want to do that. Because we've done it before. And now it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, give me a piece. So he gives me a piece of the candy. And what happened to me after that was not what would have occurred if I ate Hershey's, I'll tell you that.
What do you think it was?
I mean, from the side effects of what I felt, I would say maybe in the realm of like ecstasy infused.
So you were aroused?
I was definitely sexually stimulated in ways that I had never been sexually stimulated before. My skin was sensitive to the touch. My eyes are blue. My pupils were
this
so
music
big.
is killing me.
My
This
eyes were
background
black.
music is crazy.
And I really couldn't explain why I felt that way. My sex drive was through the roof. I'm trying to really pinpoint what did I do? Shortly thereafter, we ended up in the car, 2-seater Porsche, just us. And I say that to say it's not a lot of space. He talking to me about all the girls that he got in the house. Now, mind you, I was just at the house earlier, so it is a boatload of girls at the house. It's Spanish.
But he
women.
only left with you.
He left with me, but at the house, it might be 20 girls.
And you said they were all Spanish?
Spanish girls that barely even spoke English. I don't know if he's shipping them in, shipping them out. I don't know. I can't speak. I don't know. So he pulls his thing out and just starts doing his thing. And as he's doing his thing, I'm like, yo, bro, settle down. Like, what the fuck? You that horny? Like, you can't get yourself together till you get in the house? And as he's touching on himself and feeling on himself and like talking through what he's about to do when he walk in the house and how pretty much basically saying how horny and sexually stimulated he is in like street lingo. Pulls his man out, starts to play with himself. And I'm telling him, yo, bro, keep your composure. I'm trying to laugh it off because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you put that up? Like, what are you doing? And he reach over to me like, man, come on. And he got his thing in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And he trying to like laugh and I put that shit up. And he put it up. We get out the car. As we're walking, it's very uncomfortable to talk about. As we're walking toward the door, he put his arm around me and he said, man, come to my room. And he put his, put his tongue in my ear, like doing some weird shit. Walk into the house, spiral staircase leads directly to his bedroom. He goes up the staircase, I make a right. It's a very long hallway. I speed walk down this hallway, damn near run down this hallway, but not like I'm running for my life. I'm trying to keep things low. I go to the bathroom, I'm trying to process my way out. How the fuck do I get out of here? Clearly this is an overstepping boundary. I've never seen him in this light before, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, man, you just gonna have to go out here and fight your way out if you have to.
Anywho, yeah, so he's detailing being sexually harassed, assaulted from Stefon, and so that's the whole thing. He's actually, Griffith has actually been on Academics as well. He actually called in Academics and detailed this same story with Academics. And then when he did that I remember watching him on Academics detail that story, and then right after he was done talking to Academics, he plugged in his new song or his new album that he put out or whatever. So I guess he also does music on the side, other than being a stylist, he does music on the side. Everyone's a rapper, everyone's a singer nowadays, whatever. But here's the thing, I'm not going to be the one where it's like, I'm not going to be selective with, some people, like if the person is popular or famous or whatever, well liked, people tend to not believe negative things about them because they don't want to believe that, and they'll like shun the person that's accusing them. Right. I'm not going to be that person. I'm just not going to be, because honestly, we don't know these folks, and Chris may not be lying. He may not be lying. He may not be lying, but it's the fact that like, what do you want to get from, like, what are you trying to get from this? Are you just are you mad that you don't work with him no more, or you've been accused of stealing, and maybe you're blackballed in the fashion industry, and you want to throw this at him, and what are you gaining from this? Like, what are you trying to get at it? Because he's been talking about this for like over a year now. Because I first heard this story last year, a year ago, whatever. So that's why JT is slinging that at Cardi B, because of course we saw that one time at Rolling Loud where Uzi came out with a crop top and a Birkin and was doing splits and doing death drops on stage, and they always accuse Uzi of being within that community. So JT was mad about that, and like JT retweeted the Tasha K video and said, "This is effing nuts and sad. Gay men should be protected. I feel like this isn't being taken seriously," being sarcastic, because Chris Griffith is clearly saying that he's not a gay man. He has said that he's not a gay man, and he's like been offended by Stefon's passes towards him, or alleged passes towards him. Yes, and then also JT also took to her Snapchat and said some things online as well.
My as fuck.
But you killed it. You did your thing.
My lips are dry as fuck. I ain't even took a motherfucking water break.
Yeah, so she was in the studio. She was in the studio talking about how she was recording a diss track back to Cardi B. The diss track has not come. It's been a week now. It's been like 5 days now, and the diss track has not been released yet. I don't know what she's planning. I can't wait to see what she's planning. I don't know if she's planning to drop it along with an EP or something. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to be smart with the business side of things. Let me see something. Damn, this is really sad because these girls used to be friends. Like, well, not friends, but they used to be cool. Or I guess industry folks or whatever. Anyway, so JT hopped on Snapchat or whatever and said her piece. This was because her at this point, her and Cardi B are going back and forth on Twitter after she tweeted that first thing about Stefon Diggs. Cardi B was going in saying justice for all those abortions that Uzi made you get, and he's still in love with Britney and all this stuff, and releasing text messages from JT revealing that she was pregnant and got an abortion. It was a whole thing. So then JT hopped on Snapchat and said this.
Okay, y'all, I'm busy, but I gotta say one thing. This rat ass bitch, right? This bitch supposed to be a motherfucking brim, and she threatening to snitch on some motherfucking body because she don't have anything to say about a bitch. That hoe is a loser. Wait, no, I got two things to say. So then she said, "I'm gonna tell everybody nation what he said." No, not just that. The bitch trying to spread fake tea about abortions when she stood her illiterate ass in front of millions of people and said she stand for pro-choice. Drops bomb. I can't take the dumb bitch serious. I can't take the... And bitch, show me typing those motherfucking messages, or I'm calling the police on your ass for defamation of character, bitch, because I'm sick of it, hoe. And I will...
Yeah, so that's a lot. I guess Cardi B claimed that Uzi was talking shit about Rock Nation. Uzi's signing Rock Nation. I don't know what's going on with that. So that's a whole thing. JT went on to talk about how Cardi B's illiterate, how she can't rap. People, and then people in the Barty gang, they pulled up clips of like of QCP saying, "Oh, rap this like Cardi B," and they it was a whole thing with that, and they were saying like, "Oh, she can't rap," but you were in her face smiling, and she was like, "Well, yeah, I was." Yeah, so whatever. So here's my whole thing, right? This sucks because I feel like this whole Cardi B JT beef stemmed from Nicki Minaj. I feel like it did, and I'm not blaming Nicki Minaj for the beef, but it just stemmed from that fan base, that fandom, or like just the politics of that, if you will. It's just like, damn, like these girls were cool, and like now they beefing and stuff. Like what the fuck? I guess because Cardi B felt like JT was being a quote unquote lapdog to Nicki Minaj. Because I do remember around that time it was I guess JT was doing some weird shit, and she just felt the way about that because it's like, girl, I was just on one of y'all biggest songs that y'all had, the City Girls, and so I mean I guess that's where it started. But I'm like, damn, these girls is really beefing. But also, JT saying how Cardi B can't rap, she sucks or whatever. This is my whole thing with that, right? And I'm a JT fan. I'm a Cardi B fan. I'm a JT fan. Cardi B nor JT, in my opinion, are strong rappers. They're not like the top when it comes to lyrical ability. When in female rap, they're not going to be the top girls I like point out. I'll say Nicki Minaj. I'll say Megan. I'll say Lotto. I'll say other strong, Glorilla. Even Glorilla can rap. She hard as fuck. But like Cardi B's a good rapper too, and I feel like JT's a good rapper too. But I feel like they're not the best, and I feel like when I listen to Cardi B's music and JT's music, there's parts where I feel like, oh, this delivery feels kind of awkward. Oh, they said this. Even with the Cindy Cinderella, that was a cool project. I'm happy that she put out her own solo project, but there were parts of that where it's like, okay, the delivery here is kind of awkward. She said this in an awkward way. I feel like this isn't on beat. Like, this is kind of weird to me. And even sometimes with JT, I don't feel like, this is the thing I like about JT. I like that. I love her attitude. I love her swag. I love her Miami accent. I love the whole Miami package. I think that City Girls are trailblazers, and they are. But like, when JT raps, I feel like sometimes the bars are a bit basic to me. Like, I don't need her to do lyrical gymnastics, but like, I just feel like the punchlines and metaphors always fall flat for me. It's nothing that like gets me up when it comes to like her lyrics, if that makes sense. Yeah. I can't really think of a super clever JT bar. You know what I mean? I just feel like she's a great rapper and she has a good tone, but I don't think that her lyrics and her pen are like, I don't think it's like top tier. Like, I don't think it's like, I just feel like her raps are cool, and they're just like, they're easy. They're like basic a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But with Cardi B, she gets help and stuff, so she has like, and Cardi B, she writes and she gets help, and I feel like JT writes and she gets help. I feel like JT probably writes most of her stuff, but she still gets help in some way. I remember when the City Girls used to drop documentaries, and I think it was their City on Lock project. They had a song that Esther Dean helped them with, and I remember in the documentary, Esther Dean was in the booth with JT helping her write, like, or helping her rap, or helping her tell her story in her lyrics. Like, she was helping her, like, oh, like, how would you describe this? Like, how would you describe something that stretches, elastic, or like, things like, I remember that video. I remember seeing Esther Dean in the booth with JT. Esther Dean's a writer. She's a writer. So like, I remember seeing her in the booth with JT in there helping her come up with lyrics. Right. So everyone gets help. Everyone gets help. She's a top 10 and like, people love to come at Cardi with the partisan stuff or whatever, even though like, because the people, I remember I was watching Rory and Maul's podcast the other day, and they were like pointing out, like, because, and it's like a backhanded compliment with them, and even with Joe Budden, like, oh, this is hard, who wrote this, like that backhanded compliment stuff. But even if Partisan Fontaine's name is in the credits, it doesn't mean that he wrote that lyric. It's probably she probably was inspired by, he was probably helping her come up with it with her. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not always like, oh, here you go, read that. It's not always that. So like, like, you're never gonna get me with that. Like, you're never gonna get me with the whole writing thing. It's just never gonna happen. I'm never gonna fall into that. I don't give a fuck. And even if she didn't, like I said it before, and I'll say it again, even if they didn't write the shit, I don't care if it's JT and Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. I don't care if somebody gave them the competition book and said, here, read this, I wouldn't give a fuck either way. As long as the shit sounds fucking good, I don't give a fuck. Okay, but I do believe that JT writes a lot of her own, a lot of her. I feel like she writes her raps, but it's just, it's not impressive to me. A lot of it's not really impressive to me. It's just like, oh, this is some swaggy shit, some cute bad bitch shit, like this Miami, right, like Dade County bitch, like, yeah, like this music, but it's not like, like complex. Like, she don't give me punchline like that for real. Like, I feel like her raps are kind of easy and like straightforward. I feel like JT's raps are very straightforward.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because I don't really remember.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel with that. So when she talk about Cardi B not being a great rapper, it's like, I don't think you are either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like her saying that about Cardi B doesn't really hold that much weight, in my opinion. Even with no bars, when her and Nicki were cool, like, Nicki Minaj helped her write her second verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did Nicki Minaj feel the need to help you write something? Like, why did she? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you need this assistance?
Right.
You feel me? So that's my whole thing with that. in the midst of Cardi B's sophomore album releasing, and you know the whole week being of Cardi B and all this stuff, Nicki Minaj tweeted out a date, March 27th, 2026, with a CD emoji next to it. So of course, that tells you there she's gonna drop her next album in March. Hopefully she doesn't push it back, but she's releasing her next album in March. So we'll see. I guess the Stan wars continue, and even if Cardi B does beat Nicki Minaj's first week numbers, Nicki isn't gonna let her have that stat for too long. That's why she probably want to put that out in March. Yeah. So I think even though like Nicki Minaj doesn't respect Cardi B's artistry, she definitely recognizes Cardi B's impact, and I feel like it ignites the competitive spirit in her. Like she's competitive when it comes to that, so she's not gonna let, even if Cardi B is a trash rapper to her compared to her, she's like, oh no baby, even if you beat my numbers, you're not gonna have this moment for long. I'm gonna come right back. I'm coming right back. So of course we're gonna have to see like, oh, can Nicki Minaj beat these numbers? Like, you know, what can we, you know, it's gonna be a whole back and forth thing. I enjoy Nicki Minaj's music for the most part, so, and she has iconic verses that I still go back to today. So there's that. Anywho, one more thing about Cardi B. So and she also threatened to release Cardi B threatened to release JT's ashy nudes, quote unquote. So there's that. Y'all need to be careful who y'all be texting and who y'all be sending nudes to, because why the hell is your ops having your nudes in all your text messages and stuff, and why the fuck she know about your damn abortions? That's crazy. But anywho, yes. So speaking of Cardi B, one last thing. So one of my favorite podcasts, The Read, actually spoke on Cardi B's pregnancy reveal with Stefon Diggs. And there was a whole, I'm not gonna play any snippets. I'm just not going to. People talked about it enough. If you want to go back and listen to whatever snippets it is, go ahead, go for it. But yeah, Crissle from The Read got a lot of backlash from her disapproval of Cardi B and her pregnancy to Stefon Diggs. Her whole thing was, you know, she just felt like, you know, why are you getting yourself into the situation when you're not fully out of that situation? It was a whole big thing with that. You know, it was a whole thing with, it was a lot of, she had a lot to say about that whole thing with her and Stefon, her having a baby, and there was a lot of backlash with that. And you know, I didn't, you know, last episode I didn't give it too much. I didn't give the pregnancy news too much because, you know, we talk on this platform or whatever, and it is what it is, but I'm not going to over consume myself with it. It's just not my issue. And I'd recognize the resources that Cardi B has. It's not just about money. And I'm not saying that. I see online, even though I don't know her, I see online that she enjoys being a mom and she's there for her kids. So I don't really have any worry when it comes to that. I don't lump her in the Nick Cannon boat or the Cam Newton boat or whatever when it comes to like spreading her seed. But it's just like, I you know, it is what it is. I didn't really give it too much attention. Like the baby's coming, so it's like I'm not gonna give like a whole spiel about how she's dumb and she's bird brain and all that. I'm just not gonna do it because I just don't care about it that much. It's juicy to mention on the show, but for me, I don't really care either way. You understand what I'm saying? And they said that Stefon has just had a kid and he has other kids that were born this year. And I said that Cardi B just had a kid that was born this year from a husband that she's not divorced from yet. And I guess apparently, you know, he's not trying to sign the papers yet. She went on Twitter Spaces, Cardi B, and spoke about how Offset won't sign the paperwork because he wants her to give him her properties and all this other stuff. It's the whole big divorce thing, and you know he wants this money, this payout, and he wants this property, he wants this and wants that, and she's like, oh hell no, I'm fighting this. You know, so that's why they still married. So that's the whole thing. Not my problem. I wish all of them the best. And you know, with the Stefon like, you know, the Stefon T with the guy. This is my thing. Because her and JT is fighting back and forth about who man is gayer and stuff like that. Who, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like, this is my whole thing, right? You know, this is my whole thing. I just, you know, it's just so messy. It's just so messy. But when it comes to men, I'll say this. When it comes to men and men, you know, being interested in other men while they're in heterosexual relationships, this is my thing. And this is why I don't. And this will kind of carry into. I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it together when because I may go off. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to keep it together. This is one of the reasons why I don't really care to be upset when we watch these TV shows, right? And then there's like a gay scene, between two men, or like there's like, oh, this person comes out the closet and this and that or whatever. I see people. I remember P Valley, where Lil Murda and Clifford and all that stuff. People were online were annoyed by that, and like, why always gotta be some gay stuff and this and that, this and this and this and that. I'm not bothered by things like that, only because gay people didn't just arrive 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is life. This is normal. It's just not publicized in a way that you can digest or that you're comfortable with. But I feel like them having homosexuality or LGBTQ representation on these shows, I'm not mad at it, because I feel like it's a very real thing. It's very real. It's just being more publicized now. But I feel like you can date back to any decade, any century. There is always the same community, the same, LGBTQ homosexuality, but it just wasn't structured. It wasn't publicized. It wasn't implemented. It wasn't, the structure wasn't implemented, or the publicity wasn't implemented, or the advocacy wasn't implemented, in certain centuries or whatever. Right. But now things are different, times are different, but it's just like, this is real shit to me. This gay scene, or these two guys, this is real shit. It's just real. Like, why has gotta be some gay stuff? It's always been gay stuff. Gay stuff is everywhere you go. You just don't know. You just don't know who's gay and who's not gay. You just don't know, but it's there. They're there. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the whole gay back and forth stuff with the Uzi Stefon stuff, like, this is my whole thing. Yeah, it can be funny and messy and tea or whatever. But with me, in my opinion, listen, my only concern is the man being honest with the woman. That's my only thing. Like, I'm not disgusted by who someone is. My whole thing, when it comes to man and woman, as long as that man is honest with that woman that he's with, or that woman that he's involved with, that's the only thing that matters to me. Because there's women that are fully with openly bisexual men, and then there's women that are with bisexual men that are not open, and that not even open with them. So you don't even know what's going on at all. You know what I'm saying? Even with heterosexual men, I don't condone cheating at all. Like, because if you cheat with man or woman, there's still risks there with whatever you catch or whatever you give or whatever. So I'm not going into that route, because people only label certain STDs or whatever with certain communities, and I'm not doing that either. My whole thing is honesty in who you are. As long as the man is honest with that woman on who he is, that's all that matters. Like, even with JT with the Uzi stuff, we all saw Uzi on stage at Rolling Loud with his Birkin bag doing splits with his crop top, and JT would sit online like, yeah, he did that, so yeah, yeah, and what, so what, yeah, that's my man too, that's my man, yeah, it's my man. Like, he inspires everybody. That's my man. She stands in it because we all saw. But then also, I'm sure he's honest with her in the things that he likes to wear and how he likes to express himself. I think I said this on the show. So as long as the man is honest with himself and with his partner that he's with, that's all that matters to me. So the whole messy stuff, who's gay, who's not gay, yeah, it's messy or whatever, and you can pop off a joke or whatever, but I don't really care about that either.
Yeah, it don't even matter.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of men there's a lot of gay men. I feel like it's a lot of gay men. And it's just like, people just think all of a sudden, oh my God, no, they've always been there. And I feel like a lot of men that you wouldn't think are gay are in the closet. But I think a lot of the men that would be in the closet nowadays are out of the closet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, just because they play football don't mean they're not a part of that community. Okay, it might have been. Let me see how many. I'm about to Google how many openly. It's probably only been like maybe one or two openly gay football players. Let me see how many openly gay football players are there. It says, Google told me there is only one known openly gay male player who has played in the NFL. Carl Nassib.
I feel like I heard.
Nassib, who came out in 2021 while still an active player. He became the first openly gay player to play an NFL game, though he has since retired. While there have been other openly gay or bisexual players drafted, like Michael Sam. Okay, I know Michael Sam, and many who have come out after their careers. Nassib, I'm sorry, is the only, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right. I'm sorry. Nassib is the only one to do so while actively playing in the league. So I guess Michael Sam came out after he was gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think I remember that too. I think.
So wait, he returned still. He became. So he must have did it when he. So when did he leave? Carl. He came out in, he's a white man. He came out, let me see, he's 32, he's my age. Carl Paul Nassib is American. Chester, Pennsylvania. He's from Pennsylvania. Okay. So he ended his football career 2 years ago. What's the average age that football players retire?
Shit. They got a real short life, like career span.
Because it's a lot of impact. It's more impact.
Shit, sometimes we like 3 years, 3 to 5, some shit like that. Yeah.
They're usually in their 30s when they do it.
Yeah, some do it earlier now.
Ooh,
like
retired? Really?
Yeah,
okay.
25.
Yeah, he retired back in Carl Nassib. He retired back in 2023. That was 2 years ago, and he's 32 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael Sam. Yeah, I remember seeing Michael Sam. Yeah, Michael Sam. Yeah, I remember seeing Michael Sam come out. Yeah. So I guess he can't. Oh, Michael Sam's only 35 years old. Oh my God. He's only 35 years old. Wow. Oh, wow. He's young. Yeah. So like, but like these, we named 2 people. Did we name 2 people? I thought we named 3. Hold on. Let me see. Michael Sam. Yeah, Michael Sam and Carl Nassib. I hope I'm saying his name right. Yeah, we only named 2 people, but we only named 2 openly gay football players, but I'm sure we can it's not even okay? Listen. Okay? Listen. Okay, we only could name 2, but come on now. 2 times fucking 20. Do 2 times 20, and I feel like that's an accurate number of probably. Okay.
Probably, you never know.
Okay. What the percentages? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Listen. Okay. But yeah. So like, I'm getting flashbacks of the game where Malik was baking lasagna with that guy on his team, and he came up behind him and was put you to bed.
That shit was too wicked. Huh? That shit was wicked.
That was funny. Yeah. So like, yeah, as long as you're honest in the relationship, I'm like, even with whoever I end up with, like, as long as he's honest with what he's interested in, because my whole thing is this: give it, whether it's sexuality, whether it's personality, whether it's whatever you got going on. My whole thing is give me a choice. Do not lie to me. Give me a fair choice to decide if I want to be here. That's all I'm saying.
Just be honest. Let's be honest.
Let's just be real. So, no. But yeah, anywho, moving along. Mariah Carey actually, let's do claps for her. She's an icon, okay?
For sure.
You and only you get anything the way I do. I tried to Google and see which streaming platform had the movie Glitter on it, and no one has Glitter on any streaming platform. Guys, Tubi, somebody put Glitter on streaming services, please. I love that movie. I miss that movie. So Mariah Carey just dropped an album, and she made an appearance on Cenat's Mafiathon 3. I think it was a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So yeah, she made an appearance there, of course, a part of her album rollout, which is expected. She revealed her album cover on there, she revealed her album cover in the physical, like a big physical thing of her album cover on Cenat's stream. I didn't really watch her stream like that. I saw like little bit clips in here and there or whatever. She sat and talked with Cenat or whatever. She's a diva. Mariah Carey's a diva. Everywhere she goes, the lighting has to be right. She has to be this way. That's what, like, and she's rightfully so. That's her lore. That's Mariah Carey. So she was on Cenat stream, and of course with Cenat, you're gonna talk about things, you're gonna do activities, you're gonna whatever, right? And of course during his Mafiathon. But anywho, so recently. Sean Evans from Hot Ones was on Mafiathon 3. He brought Hot Ones to Cenat stream, and he had Cenat and all of his friends that were in the house with him do the Hot Ones stuff, and they were asking questions and all that stuff. And they asked Cenat's friend Tylil James. I like Tylil too. I watch him too. They asked Tylil, who was the worst guest on Mafiathon 3, and this is what Tylil said.
Oh, the worst. Do it. Who's the worst celebrity in Mafiathon 3? Oh, the worst. That's a good question. The worst celebrity. Oh my gosh, that has came to Mafiathon 3. Mariah Carey. Damn. All right. And I only say Mariah Carey because I feel like her intentions was to promote her album, and I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because business, you gotta respect good business. You feel what I'm saying? But what was the exchange for us? Like, I know she didn't want to sing, I know she didn't want to dance. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like Kai, he held up his end of the bargain. She promoted her album. Kai spoke to the kids. He did everything that he wanted. He did everything that probably was her team intentions and her intentions. And I feel like it wasn't really nothing in exchange. If you're gonna come on Mafiathon, you feel what I'm saying? You have to come and you have to be vulnerable. You feel what I'm saying? You have to come. Be ready to do what's in the box. Who's the worst celebrity? Do what's in the box. Be ready to do Hot Ones. Be ready to jump in the pool. Be ready to, you feel what I'm saying? Be ready to come have fun. You guys, the guests are older. You might not understand what we're doing, and that's what's you feel what I'm saying? That's what the rush is for. Yeah. That's 100%. What's the excitement. When you come into Mafiathon, you don't know what to expect. It's like a field dream. You don't know what to expect when you come to Cow House. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel, and I'm not gonna hold my tongue for anybody because this is my friend, and I'm also here, and I'm participating. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like word, and now I'm gonna eat another wing just for that. Good question.
Shit's getting spicy. Shit is getting spicy.
Shit is definitely.
Do it.
Okay. So that was his feelings towards Mariah Carey's appearance. They're showing another clip of, let me see. Should I play this right here? Yeah. So when Mariah was on there, though, she was very she was Mariah Carey. She's a grown woman. She's a diva. She's gonna be in her heels and in her dress, in her suit, her two-piece, and she's gonna be very reserved and very elegant. I think maybe she just wasn't as outgoing as I guess he wanted her to be in that sense. I don't really expect Mariah Carey to jump in the pool or to do hot ones or do anything else. She's just Mariah Carey. She's very dainty. So it's just I don't see her doing all those things. And maybe I guess the fact that she wasn't going to do a lot of outgoing things, it kind of I guess because she didn't do a lot of those outgoing things, it was just more apparent what she was there for, to promote. Like, it was just all about promotion, and it was more apparent. So, it wasn't a thing where, I'll jump rope with, I'll do this or whatever. I'll do, I'm here to, I just dropped the album, and I'll play this noodle game with you real quick, but I'm here for this album, but I'll play the noodle game with you real quick because it's not, I'm not making it super obvious that I'm here for my album, but I'll play with you real quick. You know what I'm saying? She's not making it super obvious. They're not making it super obvious what they're there for because they're interacting with the games and stuff. But at the end of the day, they are there for a reason. It's Cenat's platform, and he reaches hundreds of thousands, millions of people. So, I guess maybe Mariah Carey didn't embrace Tylil the way he wanted her to, or way he expected her to, being on his friend's platform. But I mean, I guess that's just what I mean, just be careful. I mean, that's my whole thing. Like, if I ever make it big, or just if I'm useful to someone in any way, I just try to make sure I have discernment and make sure I put my respect first, and I guess I make sure I put my respect first, and I have realistic expectations, and that person seeing that I put my respect first will have realistic expectations, and they won't try me or try to take advantage of me in this way or that way, and no one gets disappointed because the intentions are clear and the boundaries are clear. So that's just my whole thing with that, I guess. Yeah, then that's just my whole thing. That's just my whole thing with that. Moving along, Mariah Carey was actually on another platform during her album rollout, and she was asked a question about Nick Cannon and his other children. Mariah Carey was recently on Gayle King. So the music girls are coming to CBS mornings and doing their rollout. Cardi B was on Gayle King. Doja Cat was on CBS mornings recently for her album rollout, and now Mariah Carey is on Gayle King doing her album rollout. And Gayle King, asked the questions. She asked Mariah Carey about her status with Nick Cannon, and she asked Mariah Carey about Anderson .Paak and Nick Cannon. So we're going to see what she says. Hold on.
Just friends, but how did it come to be? It's you and Anderson .Paak together.
Yes.
Did you reach out to him? Did he reach out to you?
I reached out to him.
Why him?
He's brilliant.
Well, that's a good reason.
He's really a great artist.
I can tell by the way you're smiling, girl, I know you miss me.
And now there are pictures of you all holding hands. Is this just a...
He just likes to hold my hand. He just grabs my hand. I don't know what he's doing.
Listen, I think holding hands is very nice. Are you saying it's just strictly we're just friends? But because now people are cheering for you, thinking, I hope this is a thing, or maybe it's not a thing. How do you see it?
He's a hand-holding club. That's what it is.
Is that what you want to call it, a hand-holding club?
The hand-holding club.
Okay. But this is how the rumors start, because he was there at Christmas, and everybody knows what Christmas means to you.
Yes.
So when they saw him with Mariah at Christmas, then people thought, oh, this must be something serious.
Yeah.
You can share or not share. It's up to you.
Well, they better know that it's something special if it's Christmas.
You know what I mean. The fact that you allowed him to come. I'm fine if you don't.
He enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. Uh-huh. There was a hot tub there. It was nice.
Uh-huh. The singer is also balancing being a mom of 2 teens. The twins are now 14. I'm curious about you and your 2 children and how you navigate, because you're a co-parent with Nick Cannon, how you navigate co-parenting when his life is so public.
I kind of feel like it's best if I don't talk about him, because he can just be in his own world. Mm-hmm. No offense to him.
No offense to him.
So she's just like, listen, like he over there with all of his 11 other kids. I'm over here. I don't condone this. Don't lump me in with those other baby mothers. I'm Mariah Carey. Keep a separation. Don't ask me about none of that. He's in his world and I'm in my world. And my world is my world. And that's just all that. That's what that means. But I'm happy that she's with Anderson .Paak, and he's someone that's special to her. That's nice. I haven't listened to her album yet, but if I do, I won't be surprised if he's on there. So there's that. And then also, lastly, real quick, just real quick. I didn't talk about this, but the story has been going on for the past couple of weeks. It's this like singer that became TikTok famous. I guess his name is David or something like that. Mm-hmm. Let me see. His name is David, spelled with D. It's spelled D4V. Hold on. It's spelled D4vd, David or whatever. And he's been linked to, I guess, some sort of murder allegation with an underage girl. I believe her name was Celeste. I think she's around 14, 15. They found her remains in one of his abandoned Teslas in LA somewhere. She has been missing since last April, and they just found her remains recently this month, September 2025. So that's the thing with that. And so he's one of the suspects, and he canceled his tour, and they're bringing up old clips of him messing around with her, because because David is actually adult age. It was revealed that he was messing with the girl Celeste while she was underage. Let me just see how old he is. I just want to see how old he is. He is 20 years old. And there's like streaming footage, like streaming clips of them together, dating back only from like a couple years ago, you know, and he was already 18 and she was like 13 or something like that. So that's the whole thing with that. Let me see. There's police investigation of his homes and all types of stuff, guys. I'm sure you guys have heard this story. You know, prayers to her family. And, you know, I'm just going to say this, though. Because I believe he was on tour, but he canceled his tour, and they're like bringing up like different song lyrics that allude to him being a murderer and all these things. Y'all, boys and girls, y'all, please be careful out there. Please be careful out there. Yeah. And I just feel for the kids that, you know, because the young girl Celeste, it was said that she had a history of running away from home. Right. So of course, you know, I assume that she didn't have a great relationship with her parents, and I feel like, you know, maybe there was no comfort there was no like support there. So I'm sad that she couldn't have someone that protected her. But please, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, please be careful out there. And if y'all have kids, please be in y'all kids lives, and, you know, make sure that you set a comfortable tone with your children, that they can come to you and you don't have to find them in these situations. Right. You know, I hope that everyone is safe. Please, like, that's just so, it's so hurtful to read something like that. But that is actually the last thing on the pop culture list. Heard on the Curb. You guys, Heard on the Curb. Anywho, lastly, I'm going to get into the last portion of this program where we talk about the TV and the music, and we are out of here, guys. We are out of here, okay? Yeah, so I'm still watching Reasonable Doubt. I love that show. I'm still watching it. I love it. That's all I have to say. I love it. I can't wait to see who killed the girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like who murdered the stylist or whatever. So I can't wait to see that. This show was just well acted, well shot. I just love this black show. I think Joseph Sikora is doing a wonderful job in his role. I'm just really excited about it. I just love this show. I love fall TV. All the shows are out. My Amazon Prime TV list is long, though, by the way. I'm sure it is. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm enjoying that. I have not finished listening to Doja Cat's album yet. But of course we all know that it's like very 80s inspired, 80s like electric rock. Would you call it? I haven't listened to the album yet, but I am expecting some yacht rock vibes.
Might be on there.
Some yacht rock.
Might
yeah. Be. Like, because I was talking to my friend about yacht rock the other day, and she was bringing up, like, I'm sure if like some 70s or 80s yacht rock song would play, I'm sure I would recognize the song and not know the person. But like we were talking about, did Michael Jackson did he give like a yacht rock vibe? Didn't he give like a yacht rock situation on Off the Wall or something like that? Something like that. We're talking about Michael Jackson, his yacht rock era and all that stuff too. But is it? Is that yacht rock? That's not yacht rock. I'm sure you guys can comment, or somebody can DM me about a Michael Jackson doing yacht. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Google. Let me see. Michael Jackson yacht rock.
Maybe human. I think I got this.
It might be Human Nature.
He got the song from a large.
It might be Human Nature. Oh, okay. Hold on. Michael Jackson has several songs considered to be in the yacht rock genre, notably from his Off the Wall and Thriller albums, including Rock With You, Rock.
So they call it, okay.
And then It's the Falling in Love, Human Nature. Human Nature? Mm-hmm. The Lady in My Life. Okay.
I can see that one. Yeah, I can see that one.
So that doesn't give yacht rock, guys. Don't stop. Chris Tucker was cutting up with that. That's his shit. Yeah, guys, that's all for me. Anything you want to discuss before we log out?
Nah.
Guys, thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Heard the Podcast. I am available. We are available on all podcast streaming platforms everywhere. Apple, Spotify, Google Play, iHeart, everywhere you have podcasts. We are there. We are on TikTok at Heard Pod, HERDPOD on TikTok. We are on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. HER''D the podcast. Type us in, follow, subscribe, like, share, comment, good or bad. Don't give a fuck. It's helping my watch hours. So do what you got to do, okay? Do anything, okay? Just do what I need you to do.
Just do it.
That's it. Just do it. Nike. All right, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm out. I'm your host, Danny, and this is J-Rob in the background laughing at me per usual.
For sure.
Anywho. Bye. Turn it off. Oh.
That was cool.
Ow, my ears. Turn it off, J-Rob. Hurry up.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Don't stop till you get enough. Da, 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 da.